So I can assume that a lot of guys do not know how to debunk the statement, because this is one of those questions that I saw a lot in the men's group. Um, and not the baby daddy community men's group, but the other men group that I'm in. And that question is, um, well, it's a statement most of the time. You don't know how to love me the way that I want to be loved. One. Number two is, I feel like you don't love me. And number three is the fact that you're not giving me the attention that I need. So those three things are the things that a lot of men keep hearing constantly. But the problem is that they have no idea how to change and do the right thing. So in this episode, I'm going to try and make you understand what you should do exactly to find out how to love them the right way, give them the attention the right way, and show that you actually do love them and appreciate them. So stay tuned for that. Hi, Baby Daddy family. This is your boy Fred the Alchemist. You are listening to Baby Daddy as a podcast. So I think this is a fascinating topic because I also had a friend who had not dated for a few years, and with that being the case, him being single for a very long time, what had happened in a previous relationship, it was very horrible, and I mean really horrible. Like, yo, yo guys, it was a horror movie. The whole relationship was a mess, and at the end of the relationship, because of how sour things were, he ended up deciding that he was not going to go into another relationship. He was going to focus on his academics and work and develop himself. But the other things that actually stem out of the relationship was the fact that his self-confidence was diminished. And the reason behind that was because of the things that were said in the ending of that relationship, right? So he felt like he was a failure. He was not able to love properly, and he was not able to make moments or love properly. Right. Anyway, so what can you do as a guy to understand or debunk the statement? What does it mean when a woman says that, I feel like you don't love me? Well, it means that number one, you're not listening to them. I think that's the most important thing that you can do in a relationship, is to listen. And by listening, I mean just being there. So there are two types of listening: there's passive and active listening. So active listening is whereby you're listening and engaging, right? So I listen to you, I give the response, and lucky me, I've been able to actually do surveys on this, on listening with my cousins, because I have a lot of female cousins, my sisters, sis Nonhlanhla, sis Khani, sis Nokbonga, sis Togo, sis May, I have a lot of sisters. Yeah, and also from the other family, I also have a lot of sisters. I used to have a lot of female friends. Now I have a lot of female acquaintances because I've been in a relationship. It changes from uh, from friends to acquaintances and colleagues. So yeah, anyway, so when I asked them, so there's active and passive. In passive listening, as I was saying, active is whereby you engaging with them. So you listen to them and then you give a response. And then for the passive listening is when you're just listening to what is being said. So I asked them which one was the most important to them, and they told me that passive listening is the most important that a guy should do. Right, whereby you just sit down and you listen to them and you don't give them a response. And I was so shocked that women actually want that. And the reason behind that is sometimes women do not need a solution from you. They just need you to actively, passively listen to them. Right. And I know this can be very boring for guys because we don't want to sit there and just keep quiet and listen to you and look into your eyes and not say anything, because our mind, basically, we think of solutions. But women don't like that. They just want you as a guy to listen and not say anything. I know, guys, it's completely not what we used to, because when a guy tells you he has a problem, like, let's fix this, my man. But yeah, unfortunately, on this case, this is how it works. So number two, um, so I feel like you don't love me. I feel like you don't love me. There's a feeling there. Number one is the fact that you have to recognize this is the way that they are feeling. You cannot change that by simply saying, I love you. No, it doesn't work like that. So what you can do is that you can ask them, how do you want to be loved? And I think this is a really, really good question. It's actually a great question because it allows you to understand how she wants to be loved, because people are different. And I think that's one of the things we tend to forget in relationships. And because of how we've we've been in past relationships and we've loved people in a particular way, we think that everyone loves to be loved in the same way, or we perceive love as something that is, that has this particular route, this one route, and this is the way that you do things in love. But you'll soon or later realize that it's actually not like that. People are unique and different, and they experience love also in unique ways and different ways. And that's exactly what you're supposed to do, is that you're supposed to ask them, how do you want to be loved? And it's at that point whereby you're actually going to get explicit directions on what they see as love or what they experience as love. So you can start doing those things, and then after that, you'll see that your problem will be fixed. Simple as that, guys. So I hope that you did enjoy this episode. If you enjoyed this episode, yeah, you can share it with your loved ones, with your friends, with your guy friends. And then if you also like that, please go check out our YouTube page. We have a YouTube page now, and check out our website as well at babydsa.co.za. As we always say from Baby Daddy SA, peace and love.